Hey folks, how are you? I hope everyone is good and healthy and your preparations are also going good for each and every subject. So let's start from today's question. So the first question is, which of the following C function reads a single character from the keyboard and displays immediately on a screen without waiting for enter key to be pressed? So the correct answer for this is option B, get CHE. This question has come in NPS Trust exam last year. What is getchar and what is getc? Both are similar only. Getc can read the input from input streams one character at a time and it stores the ASCII value of that character, and getchar reads the input from standard input. So getchar is very equivalent to getc standard input. What is getch? Getch and getche both they are defined in conio.h only and both are very similar. So it's your task to tell me what is the basic difference between getch and getche. This is very important. And scanf, we know this is built in C functions to read the input. I hope this is clear. Let's go to next question. Which of the following is false about OLAP? What is OLAP? OLAP is online analytical processing. So there are two concepts, one is OLTP, one is OLAP. So OLTP is online transaction processing and OLAP is online analytical processing. OLAP is concept of data warehouse and OLTP is concept of live database. So let's go through these options. Option A is involves historical processing of information. This is correct because for data warehouse we need historical data. Option B is useful is in analyzing the business. This is also correct. Third is number of users is in millions. No, OLTP can have more number of users, but OLAP cannot have the million number of users because this is for business analytics person only. So option C is false statement. Hence the correct answer for this is option C because it is asked which is the following is false about OLAP. So option C is false. C is the correct answer for this question. Next is, in ER diagram, total participation is represented as. What is total participation? So this we have discussed, like the entities which are weak entities that will represent total participations. What are weak entities? The entities which do not have sufficient attribute to form a primary key. So how those entities are represented? Double rectangle. And how the total participation is presented? Double line. So the answer for this question is option B, double line. And double rectangle presents weak entity. Let's what is this dashed ellipse represent? It represents derived attributes. Okay, let's go to the next question. Concept of developing a compiler for a language by using subset of the same language is known as. So this is known as bootstrap compiler. So bootstrap compiler is like compiler within source code itself, which is known as bootstrap compiler. What is cross compiler? Cross compiler is the compiler which will generate object for different system. That is not the source system. That is cross compiler. What is lexical compiler? There is nothing called lexical compiler. Lexical analysis is the part of compiler processing, and it is about like changing the character to token. This is the first step in compilation process. So the answer for this is bootstrap compiler, option A. I hope it is clear. Next question is, in a connected planar graph G, if number of vertices is 4, edges is equal to 6, then number of regions. So what is the formula? Formula we have number of vertices minus number of edges plus number of region is equal to 2. So let's see. Vertices we have given 4, edges we have 6, plus r is equal to 2. So r will come as 4. So the correct answer for here is option C, 4. Next is, Which Unix command is used for counting words, lines and characters in a file? Very simple question. The command is WC, that is word count. So WC command is used to count the character or words or lines in the file. What is man command? Man command is kind of help command for Unix. Manual, it will open manual for that command. Next is, which one of the following command will display the name of the shell we are working on? So to display in shell we use echo command, and to display the name of the shell the command is echo $shell. So option C is the correct answer. So dollar is used to access the variable name, and here shell is the variable which is having the details about which shell we are working. So answer is C. Next is, which keyword is used to prevent any changes in the variable within a C++ program? So the keyword which we use is const. If we are defining something as a const, those values will not be changed within the program. I hope it is clear. Next is, software that enables the sharing of cloud providers' physical compute and memory resources across multiple virtual machines, VM. So this is known as hypervisor. What is hypervisor? Hypervisor is kind of a cover to hide or to cover the full memory and compute resources. Suppose in a cloud environment there are 4 or 5 users. Each users are taking, let's say, 1 terabyte of memory, and the cloud provider having one space that is of 10 terabyte. In the same space 5 users are working in a cloud environment, so they don't know like which other users are working because everything is covered with the hypervisor. So I hope the concept of hypervisor is clear. What is SaaS? SaaS is a software as a service in cloud environment. What is EC2? EC2 is a AWS services, easy compute cloud or easy cloud compute, it is the full form. AWS Lambda is also a serverless, it is a kind of fast function as a service. It is Lambda is a function which AWS provides. So these are some cloud concepts which we should be aware of, at least terminology we should know. Next is, which SQL command is used to remove all the records from a table along with their allocated spaces? So here we need to remove the records and allocated spaces also. So the correct answer for this is none of these. Why? Because the command is drop. Drop command will remove all the records as well as their allocated space also. Truncate is also used to remove all the records, but the table space will not be cleared with truncate. But if you are using drop command, the table space will also be cleared. That's what is being asked in this question. We need to remove all the allocated spaces also. So what is the syntax for drop command? Drop table name. Suppose there is a table name student, so if you want to drop the table, drop table drop student. Next is, in dash as a single string a complete set of positional parameter is stored. So the correct answer for this is $. Whatever the positional parameter which are being passed, if it is stored in a single string, that is stored in $. What is stored in $hash? The number of positional parameters. So suppose we are passing 3 arguments, $1, $1, $2, $3. So here we will store dollar in hash, it will be storing 3 because 3 parameters are being passed. $n is used for positional parameters, so it can be $1, $2, $3, and $, stores process ID. This question we have discussed in the earlier session also, so there should not be any dot in this question. Okay, let's go to next question. Consider the following schema. Schema is given. Student schema name is student, and student code first name, last name, email, phone number, date of birth, honor subject, and percentage of marks is given. So these are the column of the tables. Which of the following query will correctly list the average percentage of marks in each honor subject? So here the key is each honor subject, means we need to group the records with honor subject when the average is more than 50%. So what will the query here? So query should be select, then column name. Since they are asking for average, so we have to write average percentage of marks from table name. Now here, since they have asked for grouping with honor subject, there will be group by clause will come, group by honor subject. Then if we are using group by, then we have to use having. So having, again average percentage is more than 50%. So again average percentage of marks greater than 50. So let's see which query is correct. Select this from this, where this group by honors. No, when we are using group by, we have to use having there. So this is not correct. Next is select this from students where average is greater than this group by on the subject. No, this is also not correct. C is select honor subject average percent of marks from students. Yeah, this is correct. We have to do it with group by honors subject having average percentage of marks greater than 50. So option C is correct answer here. So I hope it is clear. Group by, order by, where clause, this should be known to you at this point. So I hope it is clear. If you have any doubt in any question, you can write down that in comment section, and we can take that question in next session also, and we can discuss more on that. Let's go to next question. Next question is from C. Okay, what will be the output of the following program? See, in the above where we have one question where we have seen about const. So here application of this is coming. So const int I is equal to 0, and now printf %d / n I plus plus. So we need to determine the output for this. So it will give an error. Why? Because here we are using const. So we cannot change the value of I, and here in this statement we are trying to change the value of I. That's why it will be giving us an error. So option D is the correct answer here. Next question is, parent class of all Java classes is? Very simple question. Java.lang.object is the parent class for all Java classes. So option B is correct answer here. Next is from DBMS. With SQL, how can you insert a new record into the person table? So what is the syntax for insert command? Insert into table name, values, and whatever the values of the column we want to insert. So let's see. Insert Swati Joshi into person. No, the syntax is insert into table name. Insert value is also not correct. Insert into persons. Yeah, this is correct. Insert into table name, values, whatever the values we want to insert. This is correct answer. Option C is correct answer. In D also insert this. No, it's not correct. So the correct answer for this is option C. So you can see, like from DBMS, if something is coming from SQL, if you know the syntax, the questions will be solved. So whatever DDL, DML, at least DDL, DML, whatever the commands are there, insert, drop, and update, delete, go through the syntax at least. Next is, polymorphism reduce the effort required to extend an object system by. So this is concept of object-oriented programming, polymorphism. Let's go to option. Coupling objects together more tightly. No. Enabling a number of different operations to share the same name. Yeah, correct. Option B is correct answer here. Let's go to other options also. Making objects more dependent on one another. No. Removing the barriers imposed by encapsulation. No. So if you can see, like in object-oriented concept, whatever the terms or definitions are there, if you know those things, you can answer this type of questions. If you know what is polymorphism, like having the same name for different kind of operation, that is polymorphism. And if you know this, you can answer these questions. So at least whatever the definitions are there, polymorphism, message passing, abstraction, those things you should study once. if you don't want to study object-oriented programming in deep. Next is, what does blob in SQL stand for? So blob is binary large object. So option is correct answer. So there are two things, one is blob and one is clob. Blob is binary large object and clob is character large object. So what is this large object? So this is enhanced functionality of SQL. If you want to store like high data, like in blob what we store multimedia things, images, videos and all, and in clob we store text file and PDF files and all. So it is not like that we are storing the files in table. It is kind of references which will be stored in table, and that will be linked to the place where these large files will be stored. So I hope this is clear. So if you are studying blob, you should know there are 4 types of blob and 4 types of clob. Tiny blob, and 2 more are there. So this you will not find in any syllabus, but yes, if you are going through my questions or if you are attempting questions from multiple sources, you will know, okay, what is this terms blob, and then you can go and study, and so that you can attempt this type of questions, because there is no limit of questions, anything can come in exam. Let's go to next question. The command used to delete a particular column in a relation. So now we have to delete a particular column only. It is not we have to delete the data. So it is alter command we have to use. So alter is a DDL again. So what is the syntax for alter command? Alter table name, and if you want to delete, then drop column name. So alter drop will be the correct answer here, option C, and the syntax will be alter table name, drop column and column name. This is the syntax for alter command. Next is, what is aging in operating system? So aging is very simple concept to increase the priority of job. So let's see options. A is keeping track of cache content. No. Keeping track of what pages are currently residing in the memory. No. Keeping track of how many times a given page is referenced. No. Increasing the priority of jobs to ensure termination in a finite time. This is correct answer. So option D is correct answer for aging. And last question for the day is, which of the following is not a relational database? So Oracle is relational database, MySQL is also relational database, and DB2 is also relational database. HBase is not a relational database, it is no SQL database. It is a concept used in big data mainly. So that's all for today's session. I hope you liked it. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. I will share this PDF on my Telegram channel, and link is given in description of this video. So till then, keep preparing, keep learning. Thank you so much for watching.